Hegde also joins us on this broadcast. Sanjay Hegde, how would you read into what Eknath Shinde is now saying through that tweet? He has now reacted to Times Now's news break. He has blasted that letter ultimatum issued by the Shiv Sena. They seem to be backtracking on that meeting now, but he is now saying that the orders issued by Mr. Sunil Prabhu regarding today's meeting of MLAs are legally invalid.
He may have his own views, but at the end of the day, it is the party which decides who the party whip within the legislature is. Now, the party seems to have given out a letter saying that you either turn up here or it will be considered as an act of defection. Disqualifications can be for acts of defection. Defections can happen either when a whip is disobeyed on the floor of the assembly, but it is not always necessary that it should happen only in the assembly. Any action which also...
But Mr. Hegde, if the party is sitting in Guwahati, these are more than 40 MLAs we are looking at. How can this be an act of defection then? That's what Eknath Shinde is saying through that tweet.
Eknath Shinde might say what he wants, and Twitter has its limitations. But the thing is that the party is not necessarily the legislature party or the MLAs alone. The party as such, which will be recognized by the commission and all that, that's a separate thing altogether. Now, as far as the legislature party is concerned, even now, the legislature party, which has reposed faith in the chief minister, continues. Somebody who's appointed as a whip is not the party.
But Mr. Hegde, the Sena camp at this point has only 16 or 17 MLAs. They don't even have the numbers or the majority to, in fact, disclose or declare themselves in power now.
All these are not questions which are decided on the spur of the moment on TV. The correct forum is the assembly. The assembly will have to be convened. The speaker will then conduct the proceedings.
But Mr. Hegde, the ultimatum that has now been issued through that letter that we have accessed, will that stand a ground? That's what even Eknath Shinde is now questioning about.
He may question it, but on that basis, then the ball will move into the speaker's court. Say the legislature party has given notice to its MLAs that you turn up, otherwise it won't be taken as an act of defection. Thereafter, if they do not turn up and the speaker is moved for disqualification, what the speaker does, because he is a quasi-judicial authority, and the speaker will possibly then issue notice to the MLAs saying, what do you have to say? I have this disqualification petition.
All right, we'll wait and see what happens next, Mr. Hegde, and thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Let me also now go